For play, the best hybrid laptops are the perfect tools for the job. Thanks to their versatile design, which gives you both the classic laptop setup and the tablet form factor in a single device, these laptops will get you through your daily productivity needs and help you unwind with a game or a movie post-work. And since they boast touch displays, they're also great for creative design work. We've listed down the top 5 best hybrid laptops and their key features, plus the things to consider to help you choose the best one for you. Links to all products mentioned in the video are available in the description. You could also find a more detailed analysis and a comparison tool on our website, blumoo.com. Number 5. Lenovo Yoga C930. Handily, the new Lenovo Yoga C930 doesn't just have one standout feature, it has several. For starters, it's a 2-in-1 laptop with a 360-degree hinge allowing for both conventional laptop and tablet-style operation. Then there's the Dolby Atmos sound system that cleverly turns the hinge into a speaker, not to mention an integrated stylus. The claimed 14.5 hours of battery life and the dual Thunderbolt-enabled USB-C ports don't hurt either. Hybrid 2-in-1 laptops have struggled for simple aesthetic and physical appeal in the past. There's so much adaptability to squeeze in that the end result can feel a bit cheap and clunky. But not with the new Lenovo Yoga C930. It's a very slick machine that's desirable as a pure laptop, let alone also taking into account its ability to switch into tablet mode. The alloy chassis feels compact and high quality with little flex, and the 360-degree hinge is robust. The screen has pretty slim bezels on 3 sides too, which helps minimize overall proportions. One obvious exception is the fairly hefty chin below the display. This slightly dates the design compared to the latest laptops that feel like they're all screen as soon as you flip the lid. Number 4. HP Elite Dragonfly. That'll net you an 8th gen Intel Core i5 U-series processor, 8GB of RAM and 256GB SSD, though the SSD gets doubled in the UK entry configuration. For the hardware on offer, that's a pretty penny to be sure, but it starts to make sense once you take the LTE and the 2-in-1 design into consideration. If that doesn't sound like enough horsepower for the work that you need to do, you can of course pack the HP Elite Dragonfly with more powerful hardware. At the top end, you'll get an 8th generation Core i7 processor, 16GB of RAM, and a 256GB SSD, which is a weird place to stop. But that's just for the pre-built configurations. You're able to create your own configuration in the US with much more storage and a better display. If you absolutely max it out with an Intel Core i7 processor, a 4K display, and a 2TB SSD. If the HP Elite Dragonfly didn't have the word Elite Book printed below the keyboard, there's no way we'd know it's a laptop aimed at professionals. Simply put, this laptop is absolutely stunning. It comes in a gorgeous, iridescent Dragonfly blue color option that simply stands out wherever you plop it down. Thanks to the magnesium chassis, it's extremely light too. The Dragonfly comes in at just 2.2 pounds to start, but it will be a bit heavier if you go for the optional larger battery. The laptop has a small footprint too, measuring just 11.98 inches wide and 0.63 inches thick. HP managed to do this by making a display with obnoxiously thin bezels, resulting in an 86% screen-to-body ratio. We've definitely seen thinner bezels out there, but this is a 2-in-1 laptop, so we're suitably impressed. Number 3. HP Spectre X360. Whoever says first impressions don't last obviously hasn't gotten their hands on an HP Spectre X360 15T. This laptop's design is as superior and smart as its performance, with a sophisticated matte Poseidon blue chassis fringed with gold trimming running around its edges. While it's a bit heavier than other premium laptops like the MacBook Pro, it doesn't feel any less portable, sitting at 0.76 inches thick, so much so that you'll hardly even notice its weight when using it. The chassis is made of a high-quality aluminium that feels solid and looks elegant at the same time. The only downside is it does collect fingerprints and track dust quite easily, so if you're a bit obsessive compulsive with how clean your laptop is, expect to constantly be wiping this chassis clean. The inclusion of Gorilla Glass for the screen and Bang & Olufsen speakers attest to HP's careful attention to detail, and those are just a start. In addition, the two back corners are angled, with the right one hiding the power button and the left one keeping a USB-C port with vents positioned near the back on each side. For a 15-inch laptop with such a thin form factor, it comes with a decent amount of ports, which is a welcome detail. The two USB-C ports help keep this computer future-proof, while the HDMI, USB 3.1, microSD card reader, and audio jack cover any other existing connections one might need, especially for creative professionals looking to move away from Apple's minimalist Thunderbolt campaign. Number 2. Microsoft Surface Book 3. The Surface Book 3 isn't without its selling points, however. The fact that you can transform this device into a surprisingly lightweight 15-inch laptop so you can walk around your apartment with the gorgeous screen is very nice. Plus, the keyboard is far and away one of the most comfortable ones we've typed on in a while, and easily puts even Apple's new Magic Keyboard to shame. Still, the Surface Book 3 is kind of a hard device to recommend. For creators that want a powerful machine, you can get way more power elsewhere for the same price. For folks that just want something to consume media, you can get a laptop that's just as good as the Surface Book 3 but with better speakers and longer battery life elsewhere. It shouldn't come as too much of a surprise that the Surface Book 3 is a beautiful device. Everything about it screams quality, from the rigid feel of the keyboard half of the laptop, along with the chrome Microsoft logo on the back of the device. This is the flagship product in Microsoft's Surface lineup after all, so a certain level of quality is to be expected. The best part of the Surface Book 3 design, however, stemming from the fact that it hasn't changed much from last time, is the availability of ports on offer. The keyboard deck of the Surface Book 3 has two USB 3.1 Gen 2 Type A ports, a USB 3.1 Gen 2 USB-C port, a Surface Connect port, which is used for charging and connecting an expensive dock, and if you disconnect the Surface Book 3 from the keyboard dock, you'll find another Surface Connect port on the side of the device, along with a 3.5mm jack on another side of the Surface Book 3. Number 1. Dell XPS 15. In converting a powerhouse laptop into a hybrid machine you actually want to use as a tablet, Dell turned to Intel's new Kaby Lake G processors to deliver discrete-level graphics on a single chip. This 15-inch performance machine also introduces Dell's new magnetically driven keyboard and innovative cooling system to further reduce weight and compress the size of this convertible notebook. Considering we already quite like the previous XPS 15 model, giving it a 360-degree hinge and an 8th gen Intel Core processor with AMD Vega graphics built in has only sweetened the deal. If only this laptop could defy physics to run a little cooler and quieter, it would have earned a perfect score. You get the same silver-colored anodized aluminum lid and base with the carbon fiber keyboard rest that is released on prior XPS 15 models, this time with aluminum hinges that allow for 360 degrees of rotation. The only thing that's truly unique to this laptop's exterior is the rear vent that looks a bit like a reverse air scoop you would see on a car. This is where the laptop expels a lot of its heat. Dell's most impressive revisions went into slimming down the powerhouse XPS 15 into a hybrid laptop that's comfortable to hold. In fact, Dell claims this machine to be the smallest and thinnest 50.6-inch 2-in-1 laptop available today, at just 0.35 to 0.63 inches thin and 13.9 inches wide. The laptop also weighs 4.3 pounds to start, with the higher-end options likely to add a few ounces. Did this video help you find what you were looking for? If so, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Have a good day.